Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Monica. I love to post all things related to planner, organization, and home decor. It's been a very long time since I last posted on this platform. I've been really just posting short content over on Instagram, but I'm excited to be here today doing one of my favorite videos, and that is setting up my agenda for the year. I know I'm very behind on this. I actually ordered my new items after Christmas, which is super unusual for me. To be honest, last year I did struggle a lot with my planner setup for home related items. And so that is the reason why this year we're moving just into one planner. And I'll walk you through what that means to me and how I'm changing things and how I'm using things. But before we get into that portion of the video, I did want to go ahead and kind of unbox with you the items that I got for my setup. And so let's go ahead and jump right into that. So the goal this year is really simplifying my setup. And with that, like I mentioned, one planner for all things. And so I only order things from cloth and paper as of now. I probably will get a couple more things throughout the year. Maybe after I set this up, I noticed some things that I would like to add. But I wanted to start with a simple setup with just what I need and then go from there. In the past years, I've gone a little bit overboard and ordered all the things, and it can get a little bit overwhelming. And with last year, I did love how I set things up, but I just didn't really use it how I meant to. And so that is why this is all I got. So let's see what we have. I will be linking all of these items down below, so check them out. So first of all, let's talk about pens. These are my favorite pens that I've really been using in the last year. These are the Uniball 1 gel pen. They're all 0.38. We have this black barrel, a gray, and then this pink one. I also own a white one. I believe it's at work right now. And it really is my favorite type of pen. Once I set things up, I'll kind of show you how it writes, but it's definitely the perfect pen for me. Okay, next thing, I'm really excited for this. This is the first time using these. This is the page pens. This is volume 1. And we have 𝗙𝗫𝗁𝗁, Cashmere, Nude, Avant-Garde, and a matte white, or matte white, sorry. And the reason why I ordered this is to mark my time off from work or vacations or things that just take up a couple of days. In the past, I have used a highlighter and I really do not like how that looks. And so this year I decided to just get something simple. I know some other people use washi tape. I just wanted something super thin. And so we're gonna try these out for that. And let's look what these colors look like one by one. Trying to grab them. So this is pretty simple black. And they're transparent, so that's why I want to take one of each out to see how it will look like. This is very pretty. So this is, if they're in order, they're not in order. Okay. That is the nude one though, I believe. Let's and there was another volume. I actually thought of getting that one, and it has more of like blue tones, and then decided with this one just because I do love nudes and black. Those are usually colors that I use in my planner. Now this one, don't know how effective it would be, but you can write on it with these guys and be used for the same thing or for something else. So we'll see how probably these two colors will not be as effective for what I'm looking for. But there we go. Next thing, I can never have too many circle sticky notes, especially these transparent ones. I am a hoarder of sticky notes. I actually do use a lot of sticky notes. And before I purchase all of these items, I did look through my stash to make sure that I'm not kind of overdoing it and buying things that I really don't need. And I did not have this color, and look how pretty it is. It's a beautiful nude gray. I have a mixture of colors, but I definitely don't have anything like this one. So that's why I got it. I also got this one ash. These are matte, just sticky notes, like the color. Did not have this one. Yeah, again, the more sticky notes I can have, the happier I am. Then we got this one. This is different than the ones I owned before. I have the older version, which I actually love even more. Let me just show you. I have it right in front of me. These guys. And so I guess this is a new look of it, or at least I just couldn't find the original version. But I do go through those very quickly, so I went ahead and bought another set of these. We'll open this last. This is my insert for the year. I also decided to buy a new set of dividers. So with what I said earlier, I am really trying to simplify things, simplify my setup. And right now I do have a lot of dividers, and yes, I know I can just remove some, but I really love this clean, sleek look, and also only having 3. So the goal is all the things related to schedule, any inserts that I have, and a big focus on finances, which is actually one of my goals this year. So when I saw this, I thought it was perfect for my new setup. And then lastly, but not least, the most important thing, my inserts for the year. These are the new 2025 horizontal weekly line, and it is a Monday start. If you've never used cloth and paper before, definitely check them out and look at all the different what am I looking for, layouts. I've tried a couple of their layouts before, and this past year I actually utilized the notebook agenda, which had the setup, and I loved it. Okay, so that is it for this planner haul. Let's go ahead and dive into my planner setup. Like I mentioned earlier, last year, 2024, I was using 2 planner. This was for Home Live, and my work one, I actually don't have with me because I left it at work, but it was the same layout that I'll be using this year. It's just a notebook bound. So that was working perfect. Now for home, I just didn't find myself being consistent with it. Some weeks I was very busy, I would include things, but then there were even months that I didn't even touch it. And I noticed that weeks that I was mainly in office, I was just using my work planner, versus weeks that I was spending time at home or working more from home, I actually got into this one. And so that is the reason why we're compacting everything to one planner. Let me also show you the layout that I was using last year. If you are new here, this is the layout. I really do love it. It is by Infinite Lotus. And so if you're interested, definitely go check them out. I really do love everything they have. And I'll probably, once I set this up and maybe think about what other things I do need or want, I'll probably make an order there. So this is the week in one page. It really did work out. The week set, I actually used it. It was great. Really focus on to-do lists, which is kind of how my brain works. And so if that is for you, definitely check it out. But for me, we're just going to combine everything into one planner. And because I mainly use it for work, the other layout will work best. In addition to that, I did have a lot of sections. And so we have our schedule, random list, we have a section for finances, and then we had a goals and ideas and miscellaneous. And it's just a lot. I don't like how bulky it is. To be honest, a lot of the sections back here just didn't get used. And so I'm excited to be able to simplify. Here's the other pen I was talking about. So we're gonna go ahead and undo this whole thing and really start from scratch. So here we go, all cleaned out. We're gonna start with a page lifter. I got mine a long time ago. I believe it was 𝗿𝗺𝗁. So if you're interested, check them out. And again, here are the dividers. This is all 3 sections that we're gonna use in my planner. So finances, notes and lists, and then schedule. So we're working backwards. First section is my finances, which I already have some notes here. And then I have some extra note paper just ready to go. So that is what we have so far. I am not the best at organizing this. This is something that I am gonna focus on doing this year. And so if I find something that works, I will definitely share with you. But right now, it's just notes in a non-very organized manner. So there we go. Next section, we have our notes and lists. And let me talk to you about some of the things that I'm including here. So I do have this very old inserts from cloth and paper for journaling. And they look like this. And so it's just half a page of notes, and it's just dot grid, so nothing very special. And then this is one that I have not used yet. This is a daily insert, hourly breakdown. I haven't played around with it too much, so I am gonna put it back into my planner and see if I can figure out how to use this one. So all that's gonna just live there. Now for the schedule. I obviously do not put the whole year in. So we're gonna do the first 3 months and see how that works. And then we're starting with the year at a glance. We have holidays and observances. This is really good. So I can put those in my monthlies. And then here we start with January. And so let me grab the first 3 months and then we'll go in. So here we have the first 3 months of the year. I usually do keep the month prior, the month that passed, in my agenda as well. But because I was using a spiral, I'm not able to keep that, or at least add it to here. So we're just gonna go with January to March. Something that I might do if I feel like I need the monthlies in here, maybe take out the monthly for the rest of maybe the next 6 months and include just a monthly. But right now we're just gonna try these months and just that and see how it goes. Let me show you or walk you through how I used it this past year, and also, you know, with the new changes, how I'm gonna be using it this year. So this first sheet, it's really gonna be utilized mainly for personal life. I did try to use it last year for work, and it worked really well at the beginning, but I just didn't keep up with it since work got, you know, really busy. And in the past, I was using cloth and paper inserts for my weekly for personal, and I really did love this, again, for personal life. So we're just gonna go back to using it for that. First section is goals. This is where I set up goals for the month and also track important dates, obviously birthdays, holidays, vacation, important things that I need to note about, like maybe a work event or work travel. Bills, I love being able to mark them when they're paid. Priorities, and then like monthly to-dos. Moving on to the monthly, obviously birthdays, vacation time, holidays, important meetings that maybe don't happen often. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's the main bulk of things. And so I'll be including both work and personal. And it might seem like a lot, but actually I do need it all in one place. Sometimes I need to see what's going on as a whole during one day and see if I'm able to do certain things. And so having everything in one place is gonna really benefit me. Next, we have some notes paper, which I actually use this for work. We have these monthly meetings, and so I'll use these sheets for those monthly notes. And then my weekly. So the way I have been using, and it's gonna stay the same, is this section right here. I use it to write down all of the things that I need to get done. So like my to-do list. And I will write them down at the beginning of the day in order of how I complete them. My job has a lot of tasks that are very repetitive. And then maybe some things will come up during the day. But I usually can tell at the beginning of the day, what are the things that I need to get done. So once I get to the office or sit down on my desk, I go ahead and write those down and then mark them off once I'm done. On this left side, this is where I write down any appointments or time-sensitive items. So that's gonna, again, be the same. The only difference this year is that I'm also incorporating personal. And so if I have a doctor's appointment or if I have an important task that I need to complete, that is also gonna go in here. But that might be more on this running to-do list. This section, I use it mainly for work when I need to follow up with a student or a task. And then maybe here is something that will maybe bleed into the next week. I really like having a division between my months, and I really like having my monthly with my weekly, which is something that for my personal I did not have and I noticed that I missed. So that is the weekly setup right now. In addition to this, we're gonna be adding, what do we have here? Not that. The year at a glance and the holiday and observances. I think we'll just add it as it is. This, I'll be using my clear circle stickies, which I have somewhere, to note birthdays. I use one color for birthdays, I use one color for holidays, and then another color for vacation. But now I think what I'll do, still use the sticky notes, the circle stickies, for birthdays and for holidays, but this is what I'll be using for vacation. So for example, I will probably cut them depending on how many days I need it for. Probably not using the black one for this. As you can see, it does cover the dates, but these guys, yeah, that is perfect. So if I have the whole week off, I can just use that. I'll probably cut it that way, it's just covering these days. So that is the plan for that. I'm using these not only on here, but also in my monthly. In addition to that, we're gonna add some decorative dashboards. Might just start with one, but I also like having a inbox. I've had this inbox for years, so it probably needs to be replaced, but it's just a place where I can have stickies and I can just not note down just quick notes. So we're gonna include that right here. And then I do love having one of these just for decorative reasons, to be honest. And this will be at the front. And I think this year, or at least for now, I'm just gonna keep just the cover pretty simple, and I'm just gonna have, I think I'm just gonna layer these two guys together. This is from Infinite Lotus. This first one, I'm creating the life of my dreams, and then This one is a 𝗙𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃 that I got last year. I really do love how that looks together. So we're just gonna go ahead and utilize that for this year. These cards are also pretty old. All cloth and paper. This one's authentic, minimalism, and then this one with happiness, which I have with another card on the back, although from cloth and paper. And then these page flags that I actually don't use, so that's why I have them here. I like the color. It's cashmere. Okay, so this is what I got so far. Sometimes I get bored of having this and I just want to see this, so I'll take this off and just put a clear protector. And yeah, I definitely need to update my inbox. I don't know if it got wet or it's just that old that it's a little crinkly up on top. Schedule, I think I like just having it, so I don't think I'm gonna have a cover sheet. What I might do, maybe just a decorative one. We could do that one. Maybe just this one. From cloth and paper as well. This one says, all abundance starts first in the mind. And these are things that I'll change throughout the year. If I find another one that I like, I'll put it, but I actually like how simple that looks. So we have our monthly section, our notes and list, and then my finances. And I think that's exactly how I'm gonna keep those, not add anything else. Again, those cover sheets are from 𝗙𝗵𝘀𝗀𝗃. And then the only thing that I don't have in here yet is a today divider. This is pretty old as well. I probably should have bought the new one. These guys are a bit different. They seem pretty thin. They're matte, so they don't have this glossy finish. And I don't know if you can tell, but this is pretty scratched up. So next time I order from cloth and paper, I think I'm gonna go ahead and order the new today with, I do need to check if it has the same finish. And then we are second week of January already. I know I'm super behind. I've never done this so late, but I am super happy that we got it done. And then I always like decorating this a bit. Have a couple of things here. So I actually keep a little envelope with stickers that I use pretty often. And these are the guys that I was telling you that I use for notating or noting birthdays and holidays. And I just like layering a few cards just for texture, color. I love this one. I don't know how long ago this one came out, but it's definitely one of my favorites. And I just like adding it here. And then I have this one that has this really nice texture. That was also in one of the boxes I got from Cloth and Paper. And I just like layering these. So I'm gonna lift this one up a little bit so you can see a little bit more of it. And then I always use a clip. I use a clip. A lot of it is just decorative, but it does come in handy a lot of times. So I just like having one ready to go in my planner. And then I did say I was going to show you how these guys write. So let's go ahead and show you. Let me just use a random paper or a sticky note. If you have not used these yet, definitely check them out. So super thin, super smooth. And it's, again, I love pens. I've used a lot of pens, and this one has definitely been my favorite. Okay, guys, so that is it for this video. I really hope you guys liked it. I hope you got some inspiration if you are also in the struggle both like I was with figuring out your setup. I love these type of videos, so I figured even though I'm late, why not just upload it, since I love seeing these all throughout the year, especially since I know a lot of us constantly revamp our planner. That's, you know, it's always the goal to find planner piece, but I know how hard it is, and sometimes it's just about making, you know, small changes to just make it perfect. So again, I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any questions or comments or thoughts, please share them with me down below. Like I said, I'll be linking all the items that I bought. If you have any questions about anything that I have in here that is old, let me know. I'll try my best to find it. A lot of these things that you see right in front of you, I've had it for over a year, so I'm not sure if they are available, but I will try and look at it for you. So until next time, subscribe if you have not done so already, and I'll see you in the next video.